Okay, all right. So far, we have covered the concept of the pathway of uric acid accumulation in the body, or the uric acid distribution, and we cover the concept of black box, which is the movement of uric acid in the parts, in different components or different area of the body. And then we cover the effectiveness or the limitation of modern gout solution or modern gout medication, and as well as the home remedies for gout. Right now, we move on to a more logical and practical solution of curing gout, because as you can see now, the root cause of gout is only one, which is acid. It's the hidden acid in the joint and interstitial fluids. So you need to flush it out, because if you want to be free from gout, you need to clear all these acidic that's scattered or hidden around in your body. So the only thing that can flush acid out is water. But there's different types of water. You need to drink the right type of water. If you drink the wrong type, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy, because the water is not working for you. So it's very important to know the types of water available in the market. Of course, I'm talking about plain water. So your juices or soda or energy drinks, coffee, beer is out of the case. Those are not considered water. So I'm talking about plain water. Even plain water, there are different types of plain water. So generally, water is classified or categorized into three categories based on pH. So one is a neutral. The first one is a neutral water, which is mineral water and tap water in your kitchen, from your kitchen. And acidic water, there are two technologies that can produce pure water. Actually, acidic water is pure water. I will discuss later on in details. Right, distilled water and reverse osmosis, and alkaline water. So there are two technologies that you can get alkaline water. Is through the help of ionizer or with the help of active alkaline minerals such as calcline. Right. So before I explain in details, I want to show you the pH of the water I mentioned just now. So this is the water I get from the tap, just from the kitchen tap, straight from the tap. Right. So and then I pour a bit here. Okay, I will show the pH of it. And then this is a bottle of distilled water. Distilled water I bought from the market. All right. And then this is a bottle of ionized alkaline water from this machine, because I don't have a kitchen tap here, so I filled it earlier, just now. So it's a fresh ionized alkaline water from this machine. It's called ionizer. There are different brands here in the market. So the popular ones is like Kangen. So the only way to tell is usually ionizer has a metal outlet like this, and at the tail there's a acidic water outlet, and there are buttons that you can control the pH. Right. So this is the alkaline water from the water ionizer. And as for calcline, because it can turn any water into alkaline, so I just use this one I use distilled water. Okay, I will prepare this later on. All right, I want you to show you the difference. Okay, all right. First, then I drop the pH tester. This is tap water. This is tap water, and then this is distilled water, and this is alkaline water. As you can see, the difference is very obvious. So tap water, the pH is neutral. The green color is neutral, and for the distilled water is acidic, and for the ionized water from the ionizer is alkaline. To prepare the calcline, as I mentioned, it can turn any water into alkaline. So in this case, I use distilled water as a solution, as a base. Then I just drop a tiny little drop. Okay, before I drop, I will show you the pH of this distilled water. It's acidic, so it can turn any water to become right. See, I just drop a tiny little drops. It's not even one big squish, just one tiny little drop. I don't know whether you can see the picture, but you can see it turns into alkaline, highly alkaline. So just a tiny, not even squeeze, I just drop a little bit on it, because the water is not much water, so I just drop a little bit. It turns to become high alkaline. Right. So now you can see the pH difference like that. So if you want to neutralize the uric acid in your body or lower it down, you need to drink alkaline water, either from the machine or with the help of calcline. And by drinking distilled water, it's not going to help anything. Neutral water, no. It's not. It doesn't harm you, but it doesn't have much effect. It's just because you need something to pull. You need something opposite of acid to pour it. Right. This is neutral water. You can just drink from the tap. Not a result. I mean, it doesn't harm you, but like I mentioned just now, and the effect in neutralizing acid is not that much. As for distilled water, definitely it's not going to help your gout. But there's a problem with drinking distilled water is you need to understand pure water, right? Pure water. Okay, the question is, many people will ask, why distilled water or pure water is acidic? Theoretically, water without minerals, so it's supposed to be just neutral. Like in this case, mineral water, why is neutral? Because it contains 50% acidic mineral, 50% alkaline mineral. So acidic and alkaline balance each other up. So you test it, the pH is neutral, but it's very rich in minerals. But whereas for distilled water, there's no alkaline mineral, there's no acidic mineral, theoretically, because it's through the process of distillation or reverse osmosis. But why it is acidic? The reason is because water has natural affinity towards carbon dioxide. H2O, H2, there's two H2O. So it forms a V shape. If you see, there's a form of V shape. And then for the carbon dioxide, CO2. C, one C in the middle. Then there's O2. There's O2O on the outer ring. CO2. And both, if you look at the chemical structure, it is a 3-atom structure. So water naturally have a better affinities toward carbon dioxide, CO2, instead of O2. That's why when you drink sodas, the gas you feel is carbon dioxide, because carbon dioxide can be borne by the water and locked in by the water. So even when the water fresh come through out from the reverse osmosis or distill, it's pure, but only for a very short moment. As soon as it exposed to the air, and it will capture carbon dioxide and absorb carbon dioxide. So this carbon dioxide, when it's in the water, it becomes carbonic acid. That's why it becomes acidic. If I heat it up, so you will see the carbon. Actually, you won't see. The carbon dioxide will dissipate into the air, and the water will turn green. But you have to with a very high temperature. Impossible for you to drink hot water directly, right? So even you can drink the emptiness of the pure water will in the long run, if you drink pure water or distill, either distill or RO water, in the long run it will cause some health problems, not so obvious health problem, but it brings a lot of effect, negative effect, because you're drinking something without mineral. But when you go to the toilet, your pee contains mineral. In other words, it dilutes the mineral in your body. So without sufficient amount of mineral, you will have your nerve cannot function well, your muscle cannot function well, because minerals in the body is called electrolytes. It's the electrolytes that control the charges in your body, it control the balancing of pH, even temperature. So without electrolytes, your body will lose its of equilibrium, will become chaotic. All right. And then I want to briefly explain about what is reverse osmosis. It's quite popular some time back. So actually the concept is very simple. So this is all right. This is, I just want to show you a brief concept. And then in the middle there's a membrane. There's a membrane which is semi-permeable, or it only allows mineral to pass through. Only allows water to pass through. So this semi-permeable membrane is just like human membrane. It only allows water to pass through. So assuming okay, all right, this side, so there's a lot of electrolytes or minerals here, or even sugar here. It's very concentrated, and then here is a thinner or less concentrated solution, and the water tends to move towards this direction. naturally, this osmosis, because it's higher osmosis pressure, we call the osmotic pressure. So the water moves towards this direction. So and this is the natural osmosis or organic osmosis. So the term reverse osmosis is they apply pressure. So if you look at the RO water or reverse osmosis machine, you can usually hear the motor sound. So there's a pump inside. They pump pressure from this direction. They apply pressure from this direction. So instead of so it will push because, like I mentioned just now, the membrane only allows water to pass through. So by pushing here, they're pushing here. So the mineral stays in this part and only pure H2O pass through here. But at the same time, this is the simple static diagram. Actually, in the real machine, actually there's another outlet. Here's the outlet that comes out the water that contains minerals or that. So if you look at the machine, the reverse osmosis machine, there's two outlets. There's usually one tank to collect the water, the distill the RO water, the already filtered water, pure water, and there's another tail that comes out water that with high speed. Actually, in order to they did the calculation. In order to produce 1 glass of reverse osmosis water, you wasted about 2 to 3 glasses of not pure water. So this is how pure water is produced to the process of reverse osmosis. Another way to produce pure water is called distillation, which is you just boil the water and then the steam, and then there's a cold plate, and then condensation happens, the water drops. This is as I think you learned about it in your high school. Right. So that's all about neutral water and distilled water. I will talk in details one chapter specifically for ionizer, and then another chapter specifically for alkaline. So that's all for this chapter. And there's no harm drinking this kind of water because it's quite common here. Sometimes you buy the water, you have to check carefully. Sometimes you have to read whether it's distilled water or mineral water. If there's a choice, buy mineral water. At least that you get some mineral, and that's it. But in order to cure gout or flush uric acid away, you need the help of alkaline water. I will talk more about alkaline water in the next chapter. Thanks.